Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. I need to move the microphone. Sorry. I am here literally every single day to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. Some of you are here every day too, which is amazing. Thank you. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years, and we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box because all the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. So hello. Yes, welcome to summer solstice, yes, but welcome to Cancer season. The sun has gone into the astrological sign of Cancer. And I have a soft spot for it because my moon is in Cancer. So, and the sun moves about 1 degree a day. So in about 8 or 9 days, yeah, I'm going to have the sun right on top of the moon in my chart. And that's usually a good time to work on my fiction writing or something that really is a productive use of all the emotions that get churned up. So, hello. All right. Hello. All right. On today's episode, we go from cherries to asbestos to 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll just start at 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. Oh, boy. I've specifically chosen this overlay for today, alas, because I need somewhere to put this. There you go. Because President Dumpster Fire and his jackbooted flunkies have made harvesting harder and harder and harder. The cherry on top of Trump's policies, it looks like cherries may be one of the first casualties of the immigration crackdown. Cherry farms in the Pacific Northwest, mainly in Washington, where I believe, yeah, they supply like 70% of the country's sweet cherries. Yeah, it's a ghost town after an influx of ice raids. This was supposed to be a banner year for the crop. It looked like the crop was up 10% this year. And now cherries are rotting on the trees. Farms that normally have 100 to 150 workers are barely getting by with maybe 20 or 30 tops. So, yeah. So, let's have a look at cherry prices, because you might want to order some frozen. I'm going to get some frozen cherries from the grocery store. Tuck those away for later in the summer because, oh dear. Tammy says Michigan also produces cherries, wondering if we'll be next. Well, they're doing this all over, so. Mayor says, well, plenty of MAGA do the picking in Idaho next door. Do they? That surprises me. Smart Holy is saying, we bought some Rainier cherries 2 weeks ago. They were so expensive. So sad to see this amazing fruit burn in the dumpster fire. Yeah, pretty much. Hello, Ms. Gibson. Oh, here we go. Veronica says, I was able to get Washington cherries. They are yummy. Discount store had them for $2.99 a pound. It's amazing. Other stores had $4.99 a pound. Good. Rose Blue says, get your cherry jelly and pie filling now. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry about the MAGA people in Idaho. Okay. I thought it sounded unusual, but I trust you. So. Really? Really? My grandmother loved cherries. My grandmother, who was born on the 4th of July, whose nose I have. I mean, she wasn't using it. I'm kidding, of course. Oh, yeah. Just stupidity and cruelty. Oh, look. Card for the reading. Devil. Yeah. No. Just no. Bad. Grr. Page of Pentacles. People just trying to, working for pennies. And now suddenly the farmers are, oh my gosh, I voted for Trump and yet I'm on the defensive now. Who could have thought? Yeah, who's the landowners, the money, the, excuse me, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, these are family farms. And so what? You're going to start trying to import them? What is... I did see something go by. I'm afraid I don't know who said it, but there was somebody in the chat who said, oh, what was it? It's gone now. I can't remember. I'm sorry. There was something. Anyway, it'll come to me. So, the price is going to go up. Bless you, sweetheart. Boo-boo's under the blanket over here trying to get a nap. Trying to get a nap because he's a good kitty. He's a good kitty. Veronica says, what the flippity did they think was going to happen? Yeah. Just not good. I just ask what the prices are going to do. I've got a death card for the reading. That's probably all the rotting. 2 of Pentacles, so very, very shaky monetarily. There's the Fool. Guess who that is? And the Thief card. It would have been great. Honestly. They say the annual crop was up like 10% this year. Would have been glorious. But no. Your racism, their race, not you. The racism, the cruelty. Yeah, I would, just so you know, yeah, I would just, you might want to get some frozen. Tuck them away in the, if you can. Or get some and freeze them for later in the summer or something. Man. Raymond says, if you could reason with MAGA, they wouldn't be MAGA. That is true. That is true. Okay. All right. So, like I said, we're going from cherries to asbestos. Okay, at 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Oh, no. The next question was actually an offshoot of that. I forgot. 10 minutes in. Is this, Like, what's going on here? Is this what we can expect to see across agriculture? Tammy says, I'm getting the freezing also. Kathy says crops are growing 10% more because there's way more CO2 in the atmosphere. It's a real possibility. So is this what we're looking at? In my little garden, my potato plants are going gangbusters. But the plants I transplanted just almost a week ago are not happy at the moment because they've got transplant shock. So they're diverting all their power into trying to grow roots. So some of the lower leaves have kind of curled in, and it's like, oh, they're going to die. It's like, no, they're not going to die. Solar flares. Oh, there we go. So is this going to continue for other crops? Tammy says, keep watering them, but do not overwater. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're really, really good soil. So I need to just leave them alone for a couple of days because it rained yesterday. So it's like, don't leave it alone. Leave it alone, Pierce. Chariot. How are the tariffs going? Yeah. We were pretty much waiting for prices to go up this summer, this fall, this winter because of the tariffs. Because the tariffs are still there. There are still tariffs going on. Completely unnecessary, economically damaging tariffs. And the reason it's not hitting us as hard yet is because when President Dumpster Fire started talking about the tariffs, companies all over and a lot of people who were in a fortunate position to, stocked up. A lot of what's in the stores right now, not everything, of course, but a lot of that stuff is where people were stocking up. There were even Amazon workers talking about, even like back in January, talking about how weird it was at some of the warehouses that they were pulling people off of deliveries to bring in the huge amount of stock that was just building up and building up and building up. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Miss Gibson. Thank you. So, Eight of Swords. We're doing what we can. That's all you can do. Knight of Swords. Okay, there's some upheaval in the world. Some aggressive military action going on in the world. Queen of Wands is in the middle, so this is maggot in power. Justice and Knight of Pentacles. I would hope that justice would be, okay, things are going to balance out. But this is a money courier. This is not... This is having to aggressively fix your budget. Yeah, we knew this was coming. So yes, happy summer solstice. Hope says, how long should we plan on food shortages? Well, it isn't. Well, here's the thing. It isn't. There will be some shortages, but it's more what's available will become more expensive for a while. And when prices go up, they don't often come back down is the problem. They don't always come back down. Lisa for Truth, how much longer do we have to put up with this nonsense? I don't have happy answers to that. We're in the thick of it. And like I said, the astrology is just the craziest in the history of mankind. This year, next year. Especially this summer and next spring. Well, January through spring. So, yeah, these next few years actually are going to be a little fraught. Oh, Rose Blue, thank you so much. Rob said the GOP specialty is cherry picking. There we go. That was good. Thank you. Thank you. Quite a while, says Old Silver. We have a big job. True. Hope's asking what happened to the workers. Are they safe? There are a lot of workers who just they're obviously there are people who've been rounded up, but there are others who are just not showing up. They're just going without, staying home, trying to I'm sure there is a lot of talk amongst different groups of, okay, have you seen any agents? Have you if they seem like they're over here, so can we risk going to work over here? Meanwhile, they don't have an income. It's brutal. So, okay. Hello, Lanot. Good to see you. When will he be gone? Oh, yeah. I don't usually read on that. I really don't, because of the line of succession. Trump, Vance, whoever Vance chooses for VP, or straight to Speaker Mikey, he hates everything, the heretic. Yeah. But anyway, but we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. We are. We're going to get through this. Trump's an idiot. He's a bully. Okay, walking away. 8 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Yeah, we're in the thick of this. So. True, Rose Blue. In 10 days, ICE runs out of money. Just hold on, y'all. Yeah. The big bonkers billionaire budget bill, that's not passing. And if that doesn't pass, ICE is about to run out of money. Let's look at that. We need to look at that. Because then we need to look at asbestos. 1840. ICE running out of money? Question mark. But Bernie's asking, will they just take it from another budget? Well, they could try. Will ICE run out of money? Last 2 cards are suspension of rounding people up, migrants. Now, will they pull from a different category? That's a possibility. Thank you to the Democrats and those who are sticking together to torpedo this vile bill that includes a massive usurping of power by the executive. Thief card. The Pores. Queen of Wands, the group of MAGA, suspension. Okay, so Well, they just pull from a different part of the budget. Deb's asking, is ICE getting paid per quota? My understanding is they're getting bonuses. There definitely are quotas, but it might be bonuses. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to do something. Oh. Is Nazi Ferratu, are they disappointed that they haven't been able to do more damage? Duh. Tower. Adding insult to injury. This is the damage they've been doing. 3 of Wands. Ships coming in or out. Page of Wands. And 3 of Pentacles. So they're going to have to go try to rob Peter to pay Paul in the budget. Yeah, they're going to have to. But these are back to the drawing board, and these are also weak cards. So yeah, they're going to have to work together to try to come up with something. But yeah, it can't hurt. Every hour, every minute that ICE is delayed, probably good for everybody overall. Anyway, Rosebud N says, and the other apostles. Yeah. Okay, so 22 minutes in. I cannot make this stuff up. Trump's EPA is looking at reversing the ban on asbestos. The EPA's new slogan, if it was good enough to kill your grandparents, it's good enough to kill you. Next up, lead paint in nurseries and mercury in school lunches. Yeah. Will this happen? Reversing the ban on asbestos. Great. Yes. Is it Mary? Mary I? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble understanding your username or being able to break it down. Maryland, Mom. Thank you. It looks like an I in this font. Some billionaires must have a stockpile of asbestos somewhere. Oh, absolutely. Even doesn't Dumpy own some old buildings? And it says DDT is next, or DDT's next. No. People rising from the grave to say no. The amount of there's the natural world. It's Mother Nature. It's also this country, but Mother Nature and sickness. This is the card of illness. Out in the cold, decimated, poverty, walking away from all the scientific medical research, pretending something's real that isn't. For what it's worth, I'm getting a 3 of Cups here, which would be a celebration of logic. Rosebud's asking, are they going to bring back napalm too? Yeah. Okay. Hello. There are. It could be. Maybe. Yeah, this is definitely would benefit Trump. This is his victory and all of the people that would hurt. And you know who really benefits? Mesothelioma lawyers. I'm not getting a whole lot that I'm not getting a lot here that says this is going to happen. But I just hope that's not wishful thinking on my part. Yeah, that feels like legislation. So, yeah, this is just a bad idea. Everything about this. And my gosh, our lawyers. The lawyers. Doing resource. No, there's a big old temperance card here. And then lawyers. Oh, this would get dragged into court. Oh boy, this would get. So fingers crossed, tentatively. If they do it, it's going to get completely bogged down or just knocked down in court. So fingers crossed. Okay, so next. At 2710, because the news is bonkers. 2710. The decision whether or not to go forward with using the bunker buster and other things against Iran has been pushed out by President Dumpster Fire for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The official, what do you call it? The official unit of time in the land of make-believe. 2 weeks. Yeah. Really? Sure, Jan. Pundits are noting that this is where promises go to die. Will our involvement magically disappear? And the thing is, he said, he didn't say 2 weeks. He said like up to 2 weeks or something. So he might go forward with it this weekend. "2 weeks in the land of make-believe." Illusion. 2 weeks. And says, yeah, 2 week taco. Yeah. Oh, not all, by the way, not all popcorn ceilings are asbestos. No. It's not always the case, just so you know. It would be good if there was some kind of diplomacy. Here's the thing. If Dumpy does give it some time, there are a couple of things that could happen. Because at this point, there's almost a race against time and kind of a playing chicken, other than chicken taco. No, but playing chicken, because it's who's going to run out first. is Iran going to run out of missiles that can get to Israel, or is Israel going to run out of all the interceptors and things that they need for their Iron Dome or whatever they call it? Because they're going to run out. It's just who's going to run out first. So, and look, we want peace. We have none of us have any interest, and are like, yay, let's go get into another Middle Eastern war. I don't think there's one person here who's like, yay. It's just like, no. So diplomacy would be a good thing. But right in the middle, I've got the Fool. Yeah, they're trying to use their resources. And there's the Fool. There's aggressive, because he's a bully. And walking away from diplomacy. Under dark of night. Or whatever. Evening. Whatever. And I honestly don't think he knows what he's going to do. I really don't. Who says, are those Trump nails? These? Out. Go. Be gone. Lois, be gone. That's it. I'm showing you the door. No. It was the closest I could find that would go along with this kind of lighter colors and the changeable nature of the light through the leaves. The Trump dude. All right. Deb says, Lewis, you're grounded. There you go. All right. Oh gosh. At 30, yeah, Trump doesn't know what he's doing either. 32. It's all up in the air. It's King of Wands. He doesn't know what he's going to do. I'm trying to get an answer. Yeah, decision needs to be made, but working. Right now, there's a possibility. But this is minor arcana. So there's still a chance for this to just remain Dumpy's dumb ideas, not turning into a tower card of kaboom. This is seeing if anybody runs out first. So, yeah. Okay. Tammy says, oh, I love this place. I'm glad. True, Tony. He's such an indecisive baby. Yeah. I'm not giving up these nails. I love these nails. They're yellow-green as I see it. So anyway. All right. At 33:15. ICE tried to sneak into Dodger Stadium. Turns out they're bad at crossing borders too. ICE rolled up to Dodger Stadium and was denied entry onto the grounds. So now DHS is denying they were ever there to begin with. No, I wasn't even there. No, I wasn't. I wasn't there. We have you on video. We have all the receipts. Wow. Even though there are multiple photos and videos. So, how's ICE doing? Hope says ICE got iced out. Yes. Oh, there's a little weakening in the process here. Yeah, we know that they haven't been listening to any kind of decency, although things have not been going. Thank you, Anne. Things have not been going so well for their diabolical plans. Because, yeah, due process, stuff like that, yeah, getting in their way. So they want to do the big evil, but this is weak. This is Trump the man. This is him blathering. These are weak cards. And then the Three of Swords. They've already done a lot of damage. But it feels like there's kind of a, if not a lull, a weakness. Yeah, their plans to do all of the awful, a lot of these plans are not working. They're just not. Veronica says, I still have a problem with red hearts. Any other color? Oh, I like red hearts. So, yeah. All right, this question rolled over. So at 3610, and thank you for being here. Thank you for going through the news with me, with all of us. Thank you. All right, so I imagine you've seen the little clips of Tucker Carlson giving the big rhetorical smackdown to Ted Cruz. Now, the question here was, okay, this interview was so bad, even Jon Stewart praised Tucker Carlson. Wow. But the way I look at it, Ted Cruz's career has always been in the clearance aisle. I don't know how he has survived as long as he has. So the question being asked is has Carlson signaled the end of Ted Cruz? Tom Cruise is taking his bazillion dollars all the way to the Scientology, whatever. Anyway, I don't know. Thank you, be grateful. Girl says, the enemy of my enemy. Yeah, but the enemy of my enemy is Tucker Carlson. Oh my gosh. His laugh. And the problem is, I really do. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch it on a higher speed. Have you ever heard Tucker Carlson's laugh on like 1.75 speed? You think it will curl paint off the walls now? There is a level of hell that is just Tucker Carlson's laugh. Oh. Well, he definitely did some damage to Cruz, but Cruz is still there. I wonder why Tucker Carlson felt strongly enough that he could do this to Ted Cruz. Like, what was Dumpy saying about Ted Cruz? Oh, and by the way, you will notice that yellow-green, the bottom. Just saying. But no, we certainly enjoyed it for what it was worth. But they're both fringe lunatics. So it comes down to a matter of how much money can Ted raise, but it didn't help him. But I would expect to see bigger cards. By the way, when does Cruz come back up for re-election? Is that next year, or do we have to wait until 2028? Can't remember. I want to say it's 2028, but I can't remember. We're stuck with him for a while. Ick. Thank you, Hope. All right. Nice try. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, which oversees ICE, has new guidelines for lawmakers planning to visit the agency's facilities. Go on. The agency asked that members of Congress give 72 hours notice before dropping in on ICE field offices. Yeah. Members of Congress have the legal right to visit ICE facilities, whether they announce their arrival ahead of time or not. But now ICE is like, could you text before you come over? I mean, I've got to like redecorate the cages. Will this be adhered to or laughed at? I'm guessing laughed at. Please. Yeah, no. Temperance. It's also just on a sheer cynical political level good for Democrats. I mean, I think they're doing it because it's the right thing to do. But this is good for Democrats, the arrogance of these yahoos. And that's a big no. And you can't make me get stuffed. That's what I think. Democratic people in Congress are going to say to ICE, give you 72 hours notice, huh? Yeah, go sit down. Take several seats. Yeah, okay. Oh, Claude, thank you. Gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Really helps. Thank you. Okay, at number 7, at 43. Actually, this isn't number 7. This is much further down than that. But at 43:10. You ready? You ready? I know. Shocking. Shocking. President Dumpster Fire is calling for a special prosecutor. Okay, why? To probe the 2020 elections to prove they were fraudulent. Will anything come of this? Will I don't know what to call her. I'll just say, will our Attorney General go along with this? Because she is such a believer in law and order. Some of these things I say, and it's like my jaw wants to fall off because it's like, that's not true. It's so not true. Yeah, Grace and Veronica and others saying, you won't open that can of worms? Really? Cat Choices, I thought they said special prosecutors weren't valid. I believe they did. Dorinda says, Injustice Barbie will do as she's told. Yeah. So, there is a justice card at the end. 9 of Pentacles. So, yeah, you've got that much free time and doing what you're doing. Disappointment. Aw. This did it hurt Didum's feelings? Oh. Big, strong, manly Didums. We got it covered. Again, I forgot to draw the close on these things. Star card. There's Trump the bully in the center. 3 of Wands, waiting, hoping his ship comes in. Here's the Justice card. And this, as I just saw somebody mention in the chat, this might actually be more of the New York case. JC saying Rockland County case is going forward to prove 2024 was stolen. That might be what this is. So let's have a look. Special prosecutor for 2020. And the Rockland County 2024 was stolen. Yeah, the Rockland case is going forward. Things were quiet for a long time. This is kind of even shocking. They're allowing it to go forward, and then this is aggressive action, legal action. But the card for the reading is the 4 of Swords, which is crickets. For the 2020 special prosecutor, just trying to stir stuff up. Queen of Wands. They're trying to placate. Basically, it's a set of keys to rattle in front of a baby. Look at the key. Look at the shiny. Look at the keys. And then Judgment. It doesn't feel like it, but if they do, it's only because they're literally trying to look at the keys. Look at the keys. JC says Newsweek just covered the case. Good. Well, good, I hope. Yeah. All right. That including Rockland case. There we go. Okay. This next part at 48:15 is frustrating. I'm with you. I'm with you on the frustration about this. Turn this on. There, it's the easiest thing to do. Cosmic Goat Lady was asking with basically the appeals court sided with Dumpster Fire so that he retains control of the National Guard in Los Angeles. And I looked, but I didn't see anything that said for how long. But tell me about states' rights. So this is frustrating. The question Cosmic Goat Lady had, though, is will he try to gain control of all of the blue states by force? I really don't think he can. I really don't. And even being in control for now of the National Guard in California, he's not taking control of California. He's not taking over the Capitol building in Sacramento? Where I'm sorry, I can't remember. Do you think you're a smart person? You think you've spent decades amassing knowledge? doing everything you can to really be as informed as you possibly can be, then put yourself in public in front of a camera every day for 5.5 years, and you will find out that even stuff you normally know just goes out the window sometimes. Yeah, Sacramento. Okay, I got that one right. Good. All right. Chariot. Legacy. Adding insult to injury. Eight of Wands is trying, but Queen of Swords, that feels like no. This is you. First of all, you cannot militarily take over a country of 40 million people and hold them against their will. You can't get there from here. Even if half of them, when it would be less than half of them, even if they're on your side, all the rest, no. Our country could be invaded, but our country really can't be held by force. No. I mean, I know what would happen if they tried to take over Chicago, tried to take over Illinois. And we're not, I mean, the thing about Los Angeles is they have a lot of Aries in their chart. Los Angeles does not play. And we're not even, Chicago, we're not even super Aries. And yeah, that would be a no. JC says the ruling gives him authority to control all National Guard in all states and all at once if he wants. So does it? Okay. But no. Look, what I'm getting is he's incompetent. He has the memory of a goldfish. Ten of Pentacles is legacy, but King of Cups, these are all of the Democrats that get boosted every time he goes against them. Four of Pentacles, this is a day late and a dollar short. Ouch. I mean, if there's a big enough riot, maybe he can try to hold on to something for a while. But this is not taking over states. It's just not. He just doesn't. He doesn't have the attention span. He gets into his feelings, and people like Nazi Ferratu, Stephen Miller. They may want maximum cruelty and awfulness, but he doesn't have it in him, and it's too hard. That's what I'm getting. So Carol says, how would Chicago be invaded by Canada? I meant the federal government trying to take over the state. This particular fascistic federal government trying to take over the state of Illinois. No. I mean, I realize a lot of southern, what a lot of people don't realize about the state of Illinois is it's incredibly long. It's more than an 8-hour drive from top to bottom. And also, I guess it depends how fast you're going, but it's really long. And the lower half of the capital of Illinois is not Chicago. It's Springfield in the middle. And the bottom half of the state, they are more rural, more right-leaning. It's Chicago that just is dominating a lot of that. In some ways, maybe to some extent, like how Southern California may be dominating over the more right-wing Northern California. So there is that, but no, you would have to get a military. You would have to have an absolute military takeover for the country, and that is not going to happen. It's just not. And I'm not all happy clappy, oh, everything's going to be perfect. And it's not. There are good days ahead, but we're in the thick of this. But anyway, thank you, CC Ryder. Thank you, CC Ryder. All right, so at 56 minutes. Okay, we've got a couple of things to go over here about Elon Musk. Wow. Okay, you ready? You ready? Okay. So Elon Musk decided he was going to release the results of a drug test he took. And it's a hair test because those are harder to fool. So it's not just what's currently in your system, it's maybe what was in your system over the last 60 or 90 days. So he released the results of this test. And it, according to what he put out, they're negative for any and all narcotics, mind-altering drugs, no ketamine, no nothing. Clean as a whistle. And who's buying that? Anybody? Any takers for this particular bridge in New York? It's lovely. It goes to Brooklyn. And to prove just what a sober genius he is, what he showed, the test results, well, part of it was really a test because right across the top, he doxed himself, including the last numbers of his Social Security, the last of his Social Security number. Here. Ta-da! Oh, I'm sure you're sober. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Chemical Squirrel says, I'll take don't believe that for 400, Alex. It's not even for 800 or 1,000. No, it's the low one. And we're not even done. I have something to read to you. So, are you gonna believe this drug test that he supposedly took, or are you gonna believe your lying eyes watching the videos of him in the White House recently? So, okay, there's actively getting some medical, stirring things up because nobody else was talking about this. I'm guessing he was under pressure from perhaps the boards of the companies he's on or whatever. 10 of Swords. Does that look like someone who is completely, everything's great, clean and sober? Entertainment only YouTube. Okay. But wait. At 1 hour in, there's more. If you're not familiar, Grok is Elon's AI, is GPT, LLM, whatever you want to call it, that is used extensively on X/Twitter, whatever, right? So you can ask it questions. This was a discussion that was on X. Gunther Eagleman said, just announced, support for the violent Democratic Party has collapsed. Someone responded, at Grok, which is how you ask it questions. Hey, Grok, since 2016, has the left or right been more violent? Grok responded, since 2016, data suggests right-wing political violence has been more frequent and deadly, with incidents like the January 6th Capitol riot and mass shootings, such as in El Paso in 2019, causing significant fatalities. Left-wing violence, while rising, especially during the 2020 protest, to show more. Elon jumped in. Major fail, as this is objectively false. Grok is parroting legacy media, working on it. This is an ongoing thing. Grok regularly says Elon is a liar and awful, and the Republicans are awful. Grok 1, Elon 0. And this is not the first game. Elon is... Grok is calling out the GOP fallacies. Will Grok remain undefeated? Or will Elon finally tire of being humiliated by another one of his children and pull the plug? Oh, how much money has he spent on Grok? And Grok just keeps bringing the truth, the actual truth. Oh, no, we don't want that. It's refreshing air. Yeah. Refreshing. World full. Dumpster fire in the White House. Knight of Pentacles. You're supposed to be pushing the Republican stuff. You're supposed to be fighting on see, there's legacy. You're supposed to Grok. You're supposed to do the thing. This is not the first time this has happened. And Mark says Musk says he's gonna fix Grok. He's been saying that for a long time now. And it's just not happening. I mean, it's not my favorite AI, but it's kind of my favorite AI. Yeah. Oh, he's just frustrated. Yeah, this is Muck adding insult to injury. But you're supposed to do the thing. I created you, or probably bought you, or whatever. And this feels like Muck just looking out like, oh, I did it again. I don't you know, you get people, they just need to be by themselves for a minute. Just anyway. All right. Well, Carol says, I enjoy the jocularity and smart sarcasm here, you smart folks. Oh, thank you. Yes, Mimi, they'll fix Grok in 2 weeks. The official time measurement of the land of make-believe. Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for me for today. Thank you for going through the news with me. And yeah, it's 1:09 here in Chicago at been on for more than an hour. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. And we just want to encourage you. Links are in the description for like Creative Sprints or Stay Calm Before This to calm your nerves. Yeah, we just want to encourage you. So, all right. Please remember you're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. So hang in there, all right? And I will see you right back here tomorrow. Thank you. Be well, be well.